All right, welcome back, guys. The Moody's here in Colorado again for another hiking adventure. And it is Saturday, October the 7th, and it's about 6:15 in the morning. And we are here early, starting at the Corral Creek Trailhead. And today, we're gonna give it a shot to try to get Flatiron Mountain.
Yep.
All right, let's get started. And this is our first time at this trailhead. So this is all new to us, this area. Frosty. And it looks like we're crossing into, once again this season, the Comanche Peak Wilderness. And we've arrived at our first split of the day, and I believe we're going to take a right and head in that direction. To get here, it took us 36 minutes and 1.33 miles. We're now entering the Rocky Mountain National Park. We have arrived to our next trail split, and we're going to be taking it either just continuing straight or to the right. And to get to this point, it took us 53 minutes and 1.9 miles. And we're going to continue down until we find the place to cut off the trail and start bushwhacking to Flatiron Mountain. And that's Flatiron Mountain up there. But we need to keep hiking down the trail until we're directly across from it, and then we'll start bushwhacking. The farther back on this trail we get, it's getting more lush versus the beginning or the first hour or more. There was a lot of burned area. Check it out, Christine. It's like the creek in the Blair Witch Project movie. And we have found where we're going to cut off the trail. And to get to this point, It took us 2 hours and 25 minutes and 5.2 miles. And for reference, our elevation, we're sitting around 10,050 feet. We're gonna start making our way down and finding the best way to cross the water. There's some big rocks to walk across over there. Here don't look too bad. Or we keep working our way up around that bend and take a look. I got a cross right here. Went over to that one, and went to that one, and then got over here. But there's a shot at made our way across, just carefully. So if you can still hear it, keeping the waters off to my right. And we went around like a little hill or high point. There was no reason to go up that. Yeah, and we need to turn a little more east and kind of head towards the sun now. Came up from there. Doing our switchbacks. Back close to the water started getting steep, so we worked over here to the right. It's mellowed out a little bit. For the moment, we're following this dried up drainage. I mean, we're almost at 11,000 feet of elevation. Oh, we're finally getting a look at Flatiron Mountain again. That should be the summit. Yeah, and we just did some quick research on the Lisa Foster map, and she actually does go over here and gains the ridge right there and goes up to that unnamed high point and then just walks the ridge over to Flatiron Mountain. And here's our break spot. We're sitting around 11,600 feet of elevation. And our total stats to get here is 4 hours and 20 minutes and 6.9 miles. We took us about a 15-minute break. And now we're ready to get this summit. I think we're gonna go up right here and then turn left, take it up. All right. Now we just need to pick the best way up to that high point and then take the ridge over. Take a look at the final approach. Summit marker. Flatiron Mountain, boom, in the books. And to get up here from the Corral Creek trailhead, it took us 5 hours and 10 minutes and 7.5 miles. There's the true summit right there. And it's been absolutely gorgeous weather. But we've had about an hour break up here on the summit, and we're going to gather our things and start rocking our way out of here. And we're just going to out and back it the same route down that we came up. Making our way kind of diagonal next to the rocks, and at some point we're going to turn and take it down to those trees and rocks right below us. And we've hiked down to this point, but I'm showing our path up. We're going to turn and start heading down this way now. We came around this rock and we're working it down here. There's the valley we came up in. And back into the trees and the bush. This must be the marshy bog stated in the passage. But luckily this time of the year, It's pretty dry, and we're going to start looking for our water crossing from this morning. And our route up shows that we crossed the water a little farther down, but Christine and I just spotted maybe an easier way to cross here. Yeah, I think this is a little better than the one we used this morning. Did you think that was easier?
Much easier, yeah.
All right, we're not too far from the trail system. It's in this direction. Awesome. Made it back to the trail system. And our total stats for the day is 7 hours and 40 minutes and 9.7 miles. And it took us about an hour and a half to get down from the summit to rejoin the trail. We're back to the Blair Witch Creek. And we have returned to the Mummy Pass Trail Split. And to get back here, it took us 8 hours and 55 minutes and 12.85 miles. All right, we are leaving the Rocky Mountain National Park. We have returned to our next split. It took us 9 hours and 7 minutes to get here and 13.4 miles. And we have to go up about 350 feet back to the trailhead. Yeah, this part was all in the dark this morning. We're leaving the Comanche Peak Wilderness and entering into the Roosevelt National Forest. Boom. And we're glad to be back in the car and sitting down.
Oh yeah.
And we bagged Flatiron Mountain. I really liked the trail. That was a decent hike. The only bummer is a portion of it's burnt from the 2020 Cameron Peak fire. We had today what I would call a perfect weather day. There's still like no clouds in the sky. It's awesome. It was our first time on the Corral Creek Trail and on this side of the Mummy Range. So No regrets, once again, getting up early and starting early. The damage from Flatiron Mountain. We have 9 hours and 40 minutes for 14.7 miles. And the total elevation gain for today was 3,700 feet. And we'll see you on the next one.